Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creep. Today we'll be reviewing the next Japanese battleship, that being Kongo. She actually has a couple different sister ships that you can use. She has this one, which I've named ARP Kongo, or she has this one, which is called Hiei in the game, but I've renamed her Kirishima. Um, Both of these are pretty good ships. I mean, they're technically exactly the same. The only difference is the skin on them. Honestly, this ship is one of my favorites at lower tiers, if not my favorite, for a variety of reasons. But first, let's take a look at the stats. So we have 54,000 health, 25% torpedo resistance, which is pretty good, up to 12 inches of armor. Looks to be on the main guns and the bridge area itself. She does not have a lot of broadside armor. Yeah, it says only 8 inches of broadside armor. So she can be citadeled relatively easily if you give enough angle. However, she does have a way that she is pretty much better than all the other ships at these, or battleships at this tier. For starters, she has 8 14-inch guns arranged in 4 double turrets, 2 in the front and 2 in the rear. These have a rate of 2 rounds per minute, 40-second turn time, pretty good shell velocity. But the main thing is the range. 18.5 kilometers with a matchmaking tier 5 battleship. The ship can immediately hit targets on the other side of the map at like the very beginning of the game. You also have secondaries of 4.5 kilometers. You have your casemate guns along the side. Actually, let's use Hiei because this is a very bright ship. Alright, this is better. So you have your casemate guns along the side, and then you also have some dual 5-inch guns in the superstructure area. Your secondaries are not going to be the best, but they are still there, and they will get a little bit of damage, especially these heavier, I believe they're 6-inch guns. So yeah, those will be very, very powerful. You have pretty decent AA, honestly. Yeah, it's not big numbers, but you will be knocking down some aircraft. The main reason why this ship is so good for me is because she's has good guns, and she's also fast. She can hit 30 knots at this tier. She's also going up against ships like New York and Iron Duke and Tiger, and it's just ships that are a lot slower. So she also has a fighter plane. You can see the stats there. She has 3 aircraft, and then she has a normal repair, a normal heal, and then I have her focus for enhancement and reload, disaster retardant, and to keep what little secondaries I have, because they do help even when you are in close range. They're not going to sink anything though. Alright, so let's toss her into a game and see what we can do. I'm going to switch over to use this one instead. Alright, so we have ourselves a game. 3 battleships, 4 cruisers, 1 destroyer. So there's no carrier, so I can't really show you how her AA is, but it's not much better. Also, here's the stock Kongo. This is how she is at the very beginning, and then this is how she is upgraded. Another thing about Kongo, at least in this form, is that she can be citadeled with armor-piercing shells by 5-inch guns. In some of my other videos, you've seen me use like Farragut or something, and I've been able to get citadels with 5-inch guns. Also, take a look at my range. Yeah, I have not even left spawn yet, and the entire team is already in range. So we do have armor piercing loaded, and I also have health buffs and speed buffs applied as well, so this is not the base ship. Let's see if we can get some good damage on this Leander. Yeah, 3 overpens. so there's that Kongo. Let's see if I can get some good damage on her. And then the other one's what, in New York? I think it's New York. Yep, it's in New York. Hey, we got a Citadel. Awesome. Looks like our secondaries are starting to open up on the destroyer in front of us. I like the special effect on this ship. Ooh, we got one. Did we detonate her? How did we get her? I didn't actually pay attention. Alright, whatever. But the secondaries are fun to look at, if anything. Alright, we need to start taking out some of these Leanders before they start launching torpedoes. There's one. Focus secondaries on that one. So your secondaries are actually relatively good against cruisers. Against destroyers, not really. Against battleships, not really. And carriers, they can be, but most of the time you don't get into secondary range of carriers. There we go. Another one down. This is actually not a bad vantage point. Alright, so let's actually work on this one a little bit. As you can see, the armor is not exactly the best, but if you angle correctly, you can easily do massive amounts of damage. Oh, I citadeled her with a 6-inch secondary. That's funny, actually. And you can just see how easy it is to one-shot ships with this ship. Another Citadel with a 6-inch secondary on a New York. I think that would be a first, honestly. She's also such a really pretty ship. Pink camo or not, she's just really pretty in general. So your large caliber secondaries will fire armor piercing shells. So your 6-inch ones, casemates, will fire armor piercing. Your dual purpose 5-inch guns, however, will fire high explosive. And that will have a similar impact throughout the rest of the line. And we'll go over that each in turn. However, Kongo is one of, by far, my favorite Japanese battleships. So we did 188,000 damage, 7 ships sunk, 57 shell hits, 3 aircraft shot down, 14 citadels, 100 secondary armament hits, over 7,000 base XP. 151,000 damage was in armor piercing alone. Fires did absolutely nothing. Actually, how did we even get fire damage? We didn't set any fires. Did we? No, we didn't. That's interesting. Alright. And then secondary battery did 25,000 damage in armor piercing and 11,000 in high explosive. So, pretty good results, honestly. We almost broke 200k. This ship is very, very good. She has good speed, good guns, good gun range. Okay, AA for her tier. She's not going to knock down enough aircraft before they get to her to strike her, and she lacks the maneuverability to actually dodge much of anything. And she also has pretty weak armor, as you could see in that game and other games I've already played. That being said, if you treat her like a battle cruiser and keep your range and keep your guns firing and accurately, then you should be able to make good use of her. Always remember to angle your ship though. She has really good gun angles. With that, I will wrap up today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content, and join me tomorrow while we go over Yamashiro or Fuzo. Today is patch day, however there was not much to go around, honestly. The only thing of interest was that we got another sister ship. That is for Project 84, or Al-Nevsky, or Veliki Novgorod, however you want to call it. Honestly, this camo is really, really awesome. I really like it. Hopefully they might put it on the secondaries as well. I just noticed that they don't have it on that. But yeah, and the helicopter too. So besides that, this is the only real major change for today's update. And like I said, tomorrow we'll be going over the Japanese battleship Fuzo. So thank you for watching and take care.